Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. Joe Robinette sticks around and Luke Capasso joins us in the studio to show off his beard and to talk about UK comedy and the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. If you enjoy the show, like and follow The Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at wwsu1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
All right, welcome back to the Life Radio Show. I'm your host, Don Smith. With me in the studio, Joe Robinette sticking around. And,
he is.
And we're now joined by Luke Capasso, with the fabulous beard. Yes. If only I had mine. I don't like my face either. My wife won't even, she said she won't even look at me until my beard's grown back.
If I didn't know this is what it looked like, I wouldn't have agreed to do this.
Okay. You're going to have to get closer to that mic because it barely picked you up there. It beardly picked you up there. Talk now. Tell us something.
I'm closer to the microphone.
That thing is not picking you up at all. Hey, there we go. Try it now.
How about now?
Hey, we can hear you.
All right.
Luke Capasso, let's start over.
I insulted you.
That
a
was
lot.
a test.
Yeah,
that was just a test run.
We're on
to see
now.
if your mic really is on now.
All right, good. I was thinking maybe just didn't pick up any sort of negative comments about your face, so that was like it was self-edited.
Yeah, that was real. I did that on purpose because I knew you were going to have bad things to say about my face.
Your eyes are still fantastic, though.
That's good. That's good. My eyes, as long as I got my eyes and my voice and my breasts, I'm happy.
Yeah,
I can just all day long.
Your milkshakes will bring them all to the yard.
That's for sure. So, what's been going on? You, I know I brought you on because you spent some time over the summer over in Edinburgh Fringe Fest.
Yes, I did.
That looked like it'd be a exciting bunch of craziness right there.
That was really a lot of fun. That's been good. It's good you got me the right time because you got me back humbled as I'm just sitting around in Yellow Springs in my van, just staring out the window. And
because you live in a van down by the river.
I wish I had a river. Yeah, no, I went there this summer as the Fringe Festival. This is my first time going from the U.S. to there. But normally I was in the U.K. for a while, and I used to go up every year. But it's sort of it's kind of hard to explain. But it's the entire month of August. It's the whole city. The city of Edinburgh is kind of this kind of gothic sort of city, and everything's sort of cramped through the downtown area. It's got the most pubs per capita in the UK, which is
wow.
Very impressive because they like pubs and drinking. So yeah, it's a really old. The festival is about 50-some years old. No, I'm sorry, it's the 70th something anniversary of the festival. I'm not sure, but yeah, and you just put your show on for the month, and you.
So for the whole month, you just go
whole month, the entire month of August. Yeah,
different venues or.
Well, no, you do a bunch of spots, but you put in for a show. American Comedy Festival, you'll have basically be like showcase nights. Like someone will put it on and you'll do like 10 minutes in different spots around town or all in the same place. But here they offer you venues and times, like time slots, an hour time slot. And you put in for your hour time slot. You can either split it up with other people or you just do a whole hour yourself. Yeah. So this year I did a whole hour myself, and then they give you one day off in the middle. You have a day off. Whatever Monday, because Monday's usually slow anyway. But
now, is it just a comedy festival, or is there everything?
Everything and anything.
Just whatever's on the fringe of everything else.
Like the Renaissance Festival with comics.
Pretty. It was initially like performing arts and music, and comedy sort of slowly just took over. Like a
comedy does that.
Yeah.
Except on this show, it was.
Yeah, we force it out.
On this show, we try everything to get comedy to take over, and it has yet to show up.
Roll the red carpet out, and it's not coming.
Yep. Well, you roll the red carpet out, and it just pees on it. You can't train it. It's like that cat in space. You can't train it to go in the litter box.
Yeah.
Comedy's like that. After a month after it shows up, you just got to kill it and in the whole space program.
Was that really a problem in the story? Like they thought the cat would use a litter box?
No,
Okay.
I was just being
Did
silly.
they actually bring a cat into space?
Yeah, there's
The French.
the French.
It's the extent of the French space program.
Just it's not a person. They just sent a
Just
cat.
one
Yeah,
cat,
a cat named Felicette. And they sent it up. That was back like 54
which is
years
French
ago.
for dead space
Yeah,
cat.
with dead catstronaut.
But then they realized the skunk
Astronaut.
got in there, but then this paint got on the back of the skunk, and the skunk
Yeah,
was trying to
yeah.
rape it all the
Yeah.
time through space.
That's what it was. It was Pepe Le Pew in space.
Yeah.
But yeah, a month after the cat came back from space, they killed it and studied its body to determine the damage of space travel on a cat.
On the cat.
Right. So
So now we know.
Yeah.
so
It's
yeah,
good.
that's probably something that should be in the Fringe Festival.
yeah.
Is,
That would be a
that-
good show.
yeah.
That would be the
It
basis
would,
for a
yeah.
show. Yeah. Yeah.
But
La
it is
Petite
a
cat in space.
comedy over in Edinburgh. Is it what are the major differences between states?
All right.
And,
Okay. Between American comedy and that, because Edinburgh basically, not just the UK, but like Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, a lot of basically American, non-English speaking countries that aren't America. It does in a lot of ways. That sort of shapes the year. That's where you're either going to get signed, you're going to get picked up for a TV show, anything like that. Is you take your show up there. It's like a trade show, and you have to sell your show above the 1.5 billion other shows that are up there. So unlike a lot of American comedy specials, it's basically just a bunch of bits, like, and they just give it a name, like, I don't know, Richard Pryor, Here and Now. Like, it's not like a themed,
Right.
but they're like, you must have sort of a, I don't know if you've ever seen Stuart Huff. Stuart Huff is the closest. Actually, that's almost dead balls, like a UK style hour.
So there's a theme to the set, to the
Yeah.
hour even, huh?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's sort of crowbarred in. Like,
Right.
you have bits and you try to, like, you sidebar and you talk about, so you can do this bit,
Sure.
and then you go back to it. But, because essentially you're trying to sell it to people right away on the street. Like, what is this show about? You're just like, well, I do some jokes about this, I do some jokes about that. You say, well, it's whatever, sort of this theme, like mine.
Okay,
Dad.
so it's just the whole set. should
My
be
dad was a
themed.
baker, and I'm talking about dad being a baker, like, or whatever kind of weird thing you're going to
Okay.
talk about. So, yeah, so they kind of.
So not a lot of one-liner.
Oh no,
style.
they still have a lot of one-liners. There's like actually the British, they love a one-liner guy or a pun guy or that sort of kind of silliness there. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and a lot of times American comics, they'll get way more personal in their bits than the British do, but that's more also cultural. Like Americans,
Yeah.
we like to talk about ourselves, and
Well, yeah,
we all think
the
we're
big
all
egos, no matter
amazing,
what,
and
yeah.
yeah.
Which we are. It's
No.
America.
Yeah, America. Yeah.
It's
We-
we're so much more bigly.
Yeah,
than
yeah, yeah. God blessed us.
Yeah.
God came down here. He just mistakenly put people here first.
Yeah, there you go. It's
But we sorted that out for God.
we don't believe that whole,
Yeah,
we were here first.
yeah.
And then
But yeah, so that part, yeah. There's a good bit of difference. I mean, I'm not saying one's better than the others. Like some way, like in some ways, they like clever over funny sometimes. Like if it's just something
they
like it's
prefer
just
something witty and
yeah, something's just like even if people are like holding their stomach laughing, but it's not. They won't get as good a reviews as someone. This man made me think. It's like I don't know. I thought it was a comedy show. I thought they meant
Right.
to. The goal was
Well, we were
make people
supposed to
laugh
make
as
it
hard
laugh,
as possible. But sometimes that will get good crowds, but won't necessarily get like the reviews and the awards as somebody who really just opened your mind to French cats and
right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I don't know.
French cats in space.
Yeah,
Because I think that's what comedy needs more of.
yeah,
is,
exactly. Yeah,
French
some
cats.
existential
Yeah.
kind of yeah.
We need to celebrate all of our feline astronauts.
But also, like all in all, like that festival.
Even if
'cause
it's
you'll-
Franco-Feline
Yeah.
astronauts.
See, we went straight monkey. Did we get who? Russians went with the dog,
Yeah.
and we went with
Well,
the
we
monkey.
probably did rats first. There's usually a hierarchy of what we're sending up to space.
I always like the idea of that monkey coming back being real smart or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Or he just keeps going. He's like, I'm not
yeah,
going
they
back.
made a movie.
Yeah, like we need to
similar
change
to-
the thrusters. It can speak now, and it's making changes to the capsule when
Yeah,
it
yeah.
returns. And
Gets lost, and they come
Yeah.
back and they find it later, and he's...
Yeah. And then they take over the whole planet, and one of the other astronauts we have up there goes through a time warp, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Then he starts the
Sounds
NRA,
very
or
familiar.
founds
Yeah.
the NRA,
Yeah.
or whatever. He gets real right-wing.
Yeah.
Starts holding rallies after kids get killed. Make sure no one takes his gun. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn dirty ape.
Damn dirty liberals.
Oh man, this is still a low energy show. It just feels like I'm.
It's
Well,
a
I'm fighting.
rainy
I'm
day,
fighting
it's
this. It's a
stupid.
rainy day. I'm fighting this sinus infection. Joe's here.
Joe's
we did a.
I like that.
always
Just
laid back. Just blame me.
Yeah.
like an anchor on our canoe.
Yeah.
We're just paddling our ass
I
off.
ain't
but
paddling.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here.
I'm gonna pull that anchor up a little bit over there, Luke.
Yeah.
We're dying here.
Well,
And
Droopy Joe.
we read off the school closings before we came on. You know,
Yep.
we came on the show right before, and we're going through the top 25 rankings of college. It was football, wasn't it?
Riveting stuff.
Yeah, it was riveting
Yeah.
because it was actually reading.
I was gonna say, do you guys watch college football?
No.
No, not a clue.
That's
Not a
awesome.
clue.
Yeah.
To me, it just sounded like they were reading off school closings.
In-
I was waiting for them to say Wright State, and I was going to go back home. So,
I was in the UK. I used to get invited a lot on this radio show called AmeriCarnage, which was talking about like American sports. And I'm like, dude, I don't really watch it anymore. And they're like, it's fine. You still sound with more authority than we do. and I didn't believe it because they knew a lot about football. But then I got on there. I was like, no, I definitely do. You guys sound like you have like they like would say onside kick, like the little squib kick at the beginning, or no, they'd say it
Squib
like
kick.
the little short side kick or something like this on the pitch. And I was like, you are terrible. You should stop.
Just
Just
stick with soccer. You're so
Yeah.
good at it.
yeah, you got your thing. We don't.
and cricket.
yeah.
So talk about the football batsman. It
Yeah,
doesn't
don't talk
exist.
about the pitch or whatever else.
So how long were you over? Because I know you were over in
I was in London, for
yeah.
about 7 years
7
until
years.
2 years ago, and I came back to beautiful Dayton area.
They kicked you out.
Yeah,
London
they-
wasn't big enough for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got you. I got
It's
you.
too much for them. No, my ex brought my lovely kids back here, and something about being around them. So
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. Yeah,
that's okay. It's good to have you back.
I guess.
Yeah, we'll take you back.
Yeah,
They-
you guys
they
would take
don't-
anybody. So.
Hey, over there 7 years, did you ever find yourselves talking with an English accent? See, because when I go down south to visit family, I come back, I have a twang,
Honestly,
and I speak with an accent.
weirdly, when I'm over there, my accent actually gets more because they sound like people from the South, but like the way their cadence they speak and sort of the words they use, like they'll say like they reckon, they still say like not to get all Stephen Fry. Watch a documentary about American English, right? Southern American English is closer to the original English
see
than
that.
people in England. Because it was like a colony, and then England had like a Reformation, and they changed the way they speak. But in the South, they didn't have as many immigrants as the North,
Yeah,
so they didn't change as much.
right, and they probably haven't, read a book since they came over.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. They don't like learning. They don't like change.
Yep, they just,
They're
let's, just,
learning.
let's just stick with this. Let's not change any words. We're
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
I reckon.
We don't need your fancy new. Talk.
Fancy new book learning.
Yeah,
Your fancy new written words. It's crazy.
yeah,
I'm just kidding. We love the South.
yeah. We love the South. Unload, please. Yeah.
Yes.
Put the safety back on. Yeah. So,
But if you decide not to, my name is John Morris, I guess.
but sometimes I
Throw John
still
under it.
like use their slang sometimes without thinking about it, and or I'll like they'll say it's been sorted. Like they'll say
I
like
like
something's
that.
ready, and that's like real concise kind of
Sorted, not
sorted.
sorted.
Yeah, SORTED.
Right.
Like I sorted it out, or And sometimes I'll mess up, like instead of like the food went bad, it's gone off. You know, like it's like a bomb exploded. Yeah,
I've had food gone off before.
And not that I'm in any way endorsing this or say I've ever done it, but sometimes they use different slang for illegal substances, and I'll forget which one's which, and then I'll feel like I'm standing there sounding like a cop, like I can't get the slang right. I'm like, which one's the American one? Which one's the English one? So
what are they? What are the English slang
like,
for
we'll say like
substances?
Mandy or Molly, right? One, I think it's Molly in the U.S. and Mandy over there, but I mix them up all the time. But so then if I'm gonna go talk like which one would it, like, not that I was trying to buy it or any way,
right,
but I was just discussing it with
just in case
people in the industry.
You never know when you're going to need to know things.
Yeah.
So you can put it in a police report when somebody does something
exactly.
bad
So I can
near
turn
you.
them into the cops to clean the neighborhood up.
Exactly. Yeah. Because neighborhood, you live in an RV, don't you?
Exactly.
So you have a
yeah. It's actually it's a narc vehicle. I'm a big cop.
Yeah,
that's why I'm in
let's see the dish up top and all the listening devices. I got you.
Yeah.
You're wearing a wire, aren't you? Right today in
this
here.
Is it always.
Yeah. Because usually these conversations that I have in this booth, they don't leave here.
Good.
Nobody listens.
Nobody's listening.
Nobody.
This is the
There's a couple
safest
people
place.
passing in the hall, and I think that's
we
about
can
all
do
we
a drug
got.
deal right now, and nobody would know.
Yeah.
Except you're wearing a wire, so we're busted.
Yeah.
Good job, Luke.
Sorry about that. Yeah. It's my job, man.
Yeah, the whole privacy of this radio show has just gone out the window.
Just dusted.
Oh, that's terrible. Did we want to hit some news? Or is there more to talk about? What else do we have
I don't
to talk
know
about?
what else you might like to know. I would say, I'll tell you this: if you ever get the chance to go, the show to put on, you can just go, and there's so many spots you can do. Like I was probably like a slow day, I would get 3 spots.
Wow,
that I wasn't really trying to. And toward the end, people are like begging you to do spots because they're like, it's like.
Didn't you do like an hour, like 20 days in a row or something ridiculous?
Yeah.
Wow.
You do your hour. Actually, I basically did my hour. And then the last week and a half, I was on this panel show, the British Love a panel show, kind of improv-y show. It's like a sort of like what this one was called, Quiz My Pants, really. And they would ask you some sort of weird question, like if you could be an appliance, which one would you be? And of the 4 comics, whichever one has the best answer wins. And
that's Quiz My Pants.
It's run like
they
a bar
do like
quiz.
that format there, though, like Graham Norton and the one guy that's on late after, I can't think of his name, James Corden has kind of done that format now, which seems to be working for him.
That's a very, if you watch TV in the UK, there's about 40 shows like that.
Yeah.
And 1, it's cheap to make, and 2, it puts all you don't have many writers. All of it's just put on the comics, really.
Kind of like this show. Yeah, no writers.
Wing it.
It's all on you guys to keep this conversation going. I'm really.
That's why it's going where it's
Now,
going.
Did you,
It's
exactly.
going to go exactly
Did
where
you have
it's meant
anybody
to go.
dump beer on your head this time? Because there's a YouTube video out there where.
That's my 15 minutes of fame right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah. That's all I got, pretty much.
Do you remember what it was you said to upset that young woman?
I was making her girlfriend laugh.
Oh,
And
we can't have that.
Or apparently they just had split up or something. I'm not really sure. But
During your show?
It's maybe. I bring a lot of people together. So, yeah.
And tear a lot of them apart, apparently.
I should be mad about it, but actually, really, any sort of TV credits or anything I got is all 100%.
There was a split second there on your face. You looked pretty mad about it, and then you got it together and kept it going pretty good.
It was very professional.
Yeah.
I was about to Hulk out.
Yeah. You could see there's just a split second there where Luke looks mad.
Yeah. Well, I looked up.
Which we saw a bit of that at the Feather show out on the street.
Yeah.
That guy
with our
brought it
friend
out of me.
there.
I haven't felt that kind of rage in a long time.
Yeah.
And
how'd your closing set go that night?
as good as you could imagine.
Because I headed out. I went up to I went to watch Greg Hahn.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I wasn't even going to go up, dude. I didn't know what it I was going to just say pass, and then
I didn't want to. I actually had a decent set. He came up to me after and said he enjoyed it, and it's like, man, I can't. He tried to shake my hand. It's like, man, I can't shake your hand.
Yeah, we're not all right.
Yeah.
But I'll say he was the. I got to give him respect because I said not many people can get me mad like that, but something about him, his trolling ability. It was almost because he was too stupid to realize what he was. He thought he was helping, like everything he did was good.
This is what comedy is nowadays.
And so
you comedians don't even know that.
I wanted to slap him back into this reality that everyone else was in.
Yeah, but I don't think he's been in any kind of reality in a long time.
No,
that's the difference.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to really slap him a lot, which would be fun. It would be.
He asked Amelia Robinson for a knife. The writer for, is that her name? Right, that's her name. Yeah, the entertainment writer for WHIO.
Oh, I don't.
She was walking down the street as we were doing the show. He asked her if she happened to have a knife he could have. And it's like, no, she didn't.
Brilliant.
Fortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. It could have,
That's the thing coming back. So, I kind of think like a lot of people in this country carry guns. You can't just go run around acting like they don't carry guns,
Yeah. That's I don't carry one on stage.
Yeah.
I think that would be bad.
Yeah.
Laugh!
Yeah. It's my favorite, one of my now current favorite Simpsons clips when McBain's on stage and he's like, "That was a joke. You suck, McBain." And then he wastes the audience.
Yeah. That's American comedy right there.
Yeah.
Laugh at me or I will shoot you.
That was a joke.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, yeah.
A long
It's
time
an early
ago.
one, yeah. With the Arnold Schwarzenegger McBain character.
I remember McBain.
His foray into stand-up comedy. Yeah.
I think I've seen one full episode of The Simpsons.
Really?
Even the old ones?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's wrong with you.
It is.
There was something off.
That's what's missing.
Oh, man, when I was a kid,
South
that was the only...
Park's a good one.
Yeah, that's all I could wait for all week was that Sunday
Simpsons?
night. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, yeah, I used to like them. Every now and then they got all preachy and weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it. There are certain episodes of certain shows I don't like if they center them around a certain character.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch King of the Hill years ago, and if it was a Bobby episode or a Peggy Hill episode, I hated them. They were annoying. There was only
you
one.
Hate women and children.
Pretty much.
Right.
There was one Bobby centric episode that I liked, and that was when he had the ADHD, and they put him on Ritalin.
Of course, Bobby would grow up to become Ryan Haroff.
Right. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah. But in that episode, they first put him on the Ritalin. He's sitting at the breakfast table. He's got this weird look on his face, and he just goes, "There's some milk in the fridge that's about to go bad." And there it goes. That just cracked me up. Yeah. It's just stupid stuff like that. But
I remember when we were in school, like, there were a couple kids that took Ritalin, and it's like they were crazy. Like, that's who they met. Now it's like they all take ADD meds or Ritalin. I think Ritalin's still reserved for the crazy ones, but
yeah, well, it's any kid that now we're going to get real unfunny. It's going to get real political.
Yeah,
any kid. Yeah, it's like this kid's can't sit still, and he's talking. Yeah, it's like he's a 8-year-old boy.
It's crazy.
He's acting like a little kid.
We can't have that. They need to be zombies like the rest of us.
There's something wrong with this boy. He doesn't want to sit in a chair for 8 hours a day and listen.
Yeah, what is wrong with him?
Yeah,
there must be some kind of medication he needs to be.
Yeah,
Let's
these kids
make
are wrestling.
Up.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Now there were some that needed to be on something.
Oh yeah.
Well, like Joe was talking about, there were some. There was one in particular actually in teenage years pulled a gun on me.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Yeah.
Didn't work to his advantage.
Yeah.
But I was a little meaner back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I think it's time to take a break.
I only used that gun because you were a lot bigger than I was. And,
right.
I would still use it now.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's a great equalizer.
Yeah, that it is, and he needed something. So,
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play a song, and take a break, and probably take a nap. Hell, I don't know. It's getting down to the it's just hard. All right, we'll be back here shortly.
What's up at Wiley's?
Hey guys, it's Mike, and it's time to let everyone know what's up at Wiley's this week, brought to you by Wiley's Comedy Club here in Dayton, Ohio. This weekend at Wiley's, it's the Super Dope Comedy Festival, hosted by Dan Seabury. This will be going on Friday and Saturday at Wiley's, and it's going to feature some great comedic talent from the Miami Valley, such as Joe Young, John Morris, Dusty Harvey, Chris Seimer, Dwight Simmons, and a whole bunch more. And your headliners for all the shows will be Brooke Cardis and Renan Hirschberg. Tickets are only $5 at wileyscomedy.com and $10 at the door. This show goes on Friday at 8 p.m., Saturday at 7:15, and Saturday at 9:30. For more information, go to wileyscomedy.com. And Sunday, just like every week, it's the Wiley Sunday Comic Show. This is the very best in local talent from right here in Dayton, Ohio. The show goes on at 8 p.m. on Sunday, and tickets are only $5. That's what's going on this week. For more information, go to www.wileyscomedy.com. Are you into making music, videos, or podcasts? Are you a local comedic talent in need of some much-needed publicity? Are you a behind-the-scenes professional interested in audio, video production, graphic design, and public relations? Eventide Entertainment is actively seeking talents, clients, and professionals to help our business grow into something truly special. And we want you to be one of those. For more information, go to facebook.com/Eventide Entertainment or send us an email at eventideent@gmail.com.
All right, we are back on the Life radio show. I'm your host, Don Smith, sitting in the studio with Luke Capasso and Joe Robinette, just having a ball.
Hardly noticed we were gone.
Yeah. You didn't know we weren't on the air the whole
Nope,
time.
just
You
thought
still
we were
everything
still
you said
rolling.
was still into that microphone. You're going to try to take it with you when you leave, so you can keep talking into it.
Maybe they'll pay attention to me at home.
Is there trouble at home, Joe?
Nah.
Because we're not talking about it on the air.
Because I don't care.
That's not why we're here.
Yep. Unfortunately, everything we talked about during the break, we can't talk about on the air. So
Yeah. How do you like that, home
but
audience?
it's all recorded right there.
Good.
Yeah, you are left out on a joke because it was funny.
Yeah.
And you
The show
don't know
got
anything
really good.
about it.
And now we're back.
Yep, and now we're back. So no more humor. We're just
Trying to stay
we're just
consistent.
going to sit here, and I have the top 25 rankings of college teams. We're going to go through those again. Oh, that's just terrible. All right, let's hit some news stories now, just to do something, I guess.
Yeah. We haven't done that yet.
KFC's Twitter game is finger licking good.
All right, I'm going to just put this on a side note. I was going to blow them up, but I didn't. But on my feed, it says KFC, and all it said is Phil Pointer and Aaron Phillips likes KFC. Like, that's all. Like, you know how it gives suggested friends like something?
Oh, yeah.
Seems like a given.
Yeah, and I was going to, like,
yeah.
do you like it so much that you need to follow it on Facebook as well? Like, I mean, be like I've known I've liked KFC for a long time. I don't know that the social media presence is improving the experience of the chicken for me. But
yeah, I think the only thing that should follow KFC is Imodium AD.
that's right.
Maybe Tums. I don't know. Of course, usually, the only thing for me that follows KFC is explosive diarrhea, so I don't need it.
It's all worth it.
Anyway, in a marketing move that Colonel Sanders himself would have been proud of, which Colonel Sanders didn't know what Twitter was. He wasn't there when he was here, so
No.
I don't know if he could be proud of it or not. They're making a lot of assumptions in this news story. Anyway, in a marketing move that Colonel Sanders himself would have been proud of if they had Twitter before he died, someone on Twitter noticed the fast food chain is highly selective about who it follows on the microblogging service. As Twitter user @Edgit22, which could be Father Time, I'm not sure, he noted that Thursday KFC only follows 11 people, the 5 former members of the Spice Girls and 6 men named Herb.
Shut.
11 herbs and spices. Isn't that cute?
My God.
Yeah, so that's apparently that's just stupid, but I guess it's clever in a weird way.
I don't feel like that was a real news story.
Yeah, it's
bamboozled.
it was a snippet. That wasn't a news story. That was a snippet. Just like, hey,
I'm really excited about some KFC news.
Yeah, KFC 11 herbs and spices are all they follow. 20,000. That's the number of helium-filled balloons that it took to lift an artist off the ground on Sunday during a gravity-defying art installation reminiscent of the beloved Pixar movie Up. For 9 hours, the colorful array of party balloons suspended artist Naomi, Lackmeyer, before spectators inside of Australia's Sydney Opera House. The unusual performance, which is part of the Opera House's Antidote Festival, was called Cherophobia, the fear of happiness. So apparently 20,000 party balloons lifted an artist
inside
up
the building.
Inside the building.
That's weak.
I get they should have had some ceiling fans. That's how they got her down.
I did watch this thing. This is a dude in South Africa, and he's trying to set up this. It's like an adventure company, and it's a lawn chair filled with weather balloons. And you go, and like once you to come down, you just cut one at a time, and it slowly starts bringing you down. But it actually looked pretty cool. It looked pretty. It was like it wasn't like a little lawn chair. It was a good size. You're pretty well strapped in there.
Right.
He said, yeah, so long as the wind doesn't blow you out over the ocean, you're good to go. But, yeah, drop you in the middle of the jungle somewhere. But,
I would wear a life jacket just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
But no, this was inside of the Sydney Opera House, and it only had her a little bit above the.
For 9 hours, we watched someone
for
fill
9
balloons,
hours.
Wow.
That is exciting.
We watched someone getting ready for a party.
Yeah, we need to have somebody in the studio do that.
Yeah.
We'll broadcast for 9 hours with them just hovering
With these low ceilings.
With these low ceilings. Well, that way they don't get too high up.
Yeah,
we don't want to have to shoot them down.
Yeah, we don't want
they
to
get
hurt.
just high enough up that the lights will start popping the balloons, and they'll come down on their own.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
So, and nobody gets hurt that way.
Yeah.
I've never been to Sydney Opera House. I don't know how high the ceilings are.
If I sat through
Could be
9
weighted
hours
up
of that,
there.
I wouldn't shoot the balloons. I would shoot
Right,
that
you'd
person.
be aiming at the artist.
Yeah.
That could have been what they were going for.
Yeah.
There's no guns in Australia, though,
Yeah,
so
that's
they
the problem.
got to let crap like that go on.
Yeah. There's no way to stop it. Short of ceiling fans.
They just clanking boomerangs off her head ain't going to do the trick.
It was a scene that you need to see. Need, K-N-E-A-D, need to see to believe. A dump truck carrying dough spilled its contents on a Washington interstate on Monday after authorities said the heat caused the dough to rise.
Who gets their dough in a dump truck?
Yeah, exactly. That is an odd place to. That's. I'm guessing Panera. I don't know. When you think you've seen it all, dough. State Trooper Brooke Bova, which that's kind of a that's what they said when you think you've seen it all, dough. That's kind of a stupid.
Dough you didn't.
Yeah, that dough you didn't.
Yeah.
The heat was making it rise. Said it easily appeared to have Bova easily appeared to have a. I'm done with that. Dough in a truck, we're good.
Yeah. No mo dough.
No mo dough. Well, we already had Hono Bro, or what was it?
Something like that.
Hojo Bro, or something I can't remember. It doesn't matter. The inventor of a sex robot has revealed he is ready to make a baby with his machine. Samantha, using a mixture of the couple's traits. Sergey Santos, who shared his Barcelona home with his wife, Maritza Kisimataki. I don't know what he was kissing, but it was apparently her taki.
Yeah.
It could have been Kisimatako. I don't know.
Or her toaster.
Yeah. It shares Barcelona home with Maritza Kisimataki and a family of silicone sex dolls. Says he's ready to take the next step with his plastic partner and boasts that it will be extremely simple.
Maybe it was just a Teddy Ruxpin with a hole cut in it and some ham stuffed in there.
He believes it's only a matter of time before marriage to sex robots becomes the norm because he's a crazy person and thinks starting a family with
I don't
them,
think he's that crazy.
No.
Well, that's
you
true.
can turn those robots off.
Yeah. I don't know why you need to take it to the courthouse and marry it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's a sex robot. It's not going to hold out for a bigger ring.
Yeah.
But he thinks that starting a family with them will be easy to execute. Sergey says, I can make them have a baby. It's not so difficult. I would love to have a child with a robot. Using the brain I have already created, I would program it with a genome so he or she could have moral values plus concepts of beauty, justice, and the values that humans have. He doesn't know many humans.
Yeah, who does he hang out with?
Then to create a child with this robot, it would be extremely simple. I would make an algorithm of what I personally believe about these concepts and then shuffle it
I
with
figured
what
he'd
she
just say
thinks,
something vulgar like, I
then
will stick my penis.
Then 3D print it.
Because that's exactly what someone's child is. Just the perfect mix of both of your values.
3D
shuffled
printed
together.
It's a 3D version of what the two were individually.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Not the result of both of your crazy. No.
Right. Right. Only put the good traits into your children,
Yeah, definitely.
Now I wonder with this child robot, are they going to be able to damage it mentally like they do with their own children?
I should hope.
Yeah,
to emotionally stun it, and if it grows,
just get it close to the microwave, if nothing else.
This is
that's its punishment.
Yep.
Go stand by the
you
microwave.
Just stand in the kitchen with your head on the microwave.
There's a sick, custody battle between this robot and her baby robot.
Yeah, that would be rough.
I wonder what the wife, the human flesh wife, is sitting in the other room thinking, like, what did I do? Like,
yeah.
This gentleman is eccentric.
I think it keeps him off me.
Well, because
he's not
as long as he's busy, I don't care.
Technically cheating on me, I guess.
Yeah, he says. So where's it head?
He's just having sex with all the appliances in the house.
Yeah,
other than that.
Yeah, because he shares his home with his wife and a family of silicone sex, not just one or two. Family.
You mean a closet?
Oh, he's in deep.
Yeah,
he's got parts everywhere and like arms in the living room and heads and
Why would they call it a family
ones.
though? Is it like mother, father, and kid? I mean, that's the family.
They're his family.
It's a whole different definition of family.
That means I have a kitchen with a family of appliances in it.
Yes.
Like
you have a refrigerator, microwave, stove.
Yeah.
It's a family of appliances.
Yeah. Once you start getting busy with them, then
go through that place with a black light. I bet the wife moves out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Man. Yeah, I wouldn't take anything that he offered me to eat.
No.
Like where'd you make that toast? You see that toaster? No, I don't want to.
Yeah, I made a robot that makes toast. All right, and other things too, I'm sure. I'll make mine by hand the old-fashioned way.
Yep. Damn it, Sergey! Do you have to stick your penis in everything?
Yeah.
Just test it.
What is the
quality control?
What does the toast-making robot have all these holes in it?
Yep, quality control. That's that's because he'd have to test them to make sure they work before.
The sad part is Sergey's probably on the vanguard of the future. That's what it is. He's the tip of the spear. Yeah. He's
designing that next.
Yeah.
Bigger spear. That's what.
But maybe by the time we're 70 or 80, they'll have good robots, good convincing robots, and
God, I hope
you got to be careful with the toaster though, because I know of people that have been electrocuted just trying to get a piece of toast out with a knife.
Yeah.
So telling what's going to happen to you. I'd love to be able
to wipe a woman's memory out after we were done, like just to turn that part off. Yeah. This is a story you can't tell anyone.
Yeah. Be like the Jedi mind trick with robots. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I was never here.
Yeah.
It's not my child.
Yeah. Except when you die and then
this is not the
your
father
stuff,
figure you're looking for.
And your house is just full of sex robots. It don't matter what you accomplished in your lifetime. That's how you're going to be remembered.
Half torsos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even your kids
I'd imagine
he clear dad's place out, and it's just full of just busted up sex robots.
Yeah.
I don't care if you designed a better bridge. That's how you're going to remember.
Yeah, I don't care if you were
lube and sex robots.
Yeah, if you were responsible for space travel, you have, because I'd imagine having like you said, he'd have to have several parts lying around. So I'd imagine he wouldn't put them all together. Would he just have like certain pieces laying around?
Oh
for easier access,
there'd be like just like a bottom torso, just standing in the hallway, with no breeches on or anything, just naked and.
Yep, just bent over with it like it's going into the wall or something, so you wouldn't even have to,
Yeah.
Very in case you're just walking by.
Yeah.
Part of an end table, you can just set your beer down. You're good to go.
He actually sounds like a genius, really.
Yeah.
I'm not here to judge anyone.
I'm getting some design ideas in my own home.
Yeah.
Well, there's that movie Ex Machina, I think it's called. It wasn't too bad. That's kind of along those lines.
I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen Frankenhooker. That's one of my favorites. It's a good season for Frankenhooker too. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Oh, it is fantastic. It is one of the worst cheesy low budget movies. What happens is this guy's an inventor, and he's a brilliant inventor, and he makes this huge lawnmower that is self-propelled, and it's a robot lawnmower. And unfortunately, it runs over his fiance and cuts her to pieces. Well, wasn't able to find all the pieces because he wants to put her back together.
All right.
So what he did is he developed this really high-powered drug that basically makes people's heads explode. So he goes out and he parties with some prostitutes, and next thing you know, all their heads are exploding, and he has all these body parts to use to rebuild his wife. And it's Frankenhooker.
Nice.
And one of the best parts is because he wants to mix and match all the body parts. So he's got like 20 dead hookers cut to pieces and in this refrigerator.
Same old story.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the method he uses to bring Frankenhooker back to life at the end, unfortunately, some of the chemical leaks into their refrigerator, so all these body parts are now alive.
Nice.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
if you ever get a chance, see Frankenhooker. It is fantastic.
Nice.
It is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life, and I absolutely loved it because I love those really bad low budget horror movies.
Yeah.
That are just so cheesy. Because another good one, Dead Alive. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Not seen that.
Because speaking of body parts, that's actually Peter Jackson, who directed the Lord of the Rings trilogy. That was one of his early works, was Dead Alive.
All right.
And it is fantastic. It's set in Australia, and there's just so many scenes in that are just perfect. Because it's all has to do with zombies. His mom gets bitten and turned into a zombie, and so of course everybody that comes over to the house, he's trying to act like nothing's wrong, and people keep coming to the house to see his mommy, who, of course, then get turned into zombies. So he's got this whole house full of them, and a couple of them have sex, and they actually have a baby zombie that is absolutely hilarious because it gets loose in the park, and he grabs it and starts beating the hell out of it, and his family's looking at him weird, and he just turns to him, goes, hyperactive, and takes off running. Because he's got this little infant in a sack, and he's beating the crap out of it.
Nice.
It's a fantastic movie. Any movie that ends with the guy at the end strapping a lawnmower to his chest and running through groups of zombies is perfect.
Have you? Why do I remember that scene? That sounds familiar.
I don't know. It's a classic scene.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Hobo with a Shotgun?
I have not. I've heard of it.
I just watched it on Netflix. It's the guys who did Trailer Park Boys, and it's like some sort of dystopian future but present day, and it's it's just gore for it's just basically it's a hobo with a shotgun trying to set the world to rights, and it's just
I might have to check it out.
Yeah, over the top acting and just
that's always fun.
Yeah, just blood and heads flying off, and there's not a scene that goes by where it doesn't look like the one where he's hiding underneath a dead body, but he flies through them to shoot some other people. It's stupid good. But
perfect. Yeah. Kind of like Frankenhooker and Dead Alive.
I got to check them out.
You have to. Those are two of the best.
I like gore when it's
crazy,
cheesy like that. When it's looks like you're like, that looks real. I'm like, that doesn't. It's not for me.
Yeah, there's nothing real looking about these ones.
Yeah.
Except the Kung Fu Priest in Dead Alive. That's fantastic. Because the guy's going to try to, subdue these zombies that he knows are going to come back, and he gets set upon by a couple of them in this church's cemetery, and then the priest jumps out of nowhere and starts just doing all this karate kung fu moves and kicks the heck out of the zombies and looks over at him and says, "I kick ass for the Lord." Gotta see it. Anyway, we got sidetracked there. That's okay. We'll get back to some more important news. I don't even know which one this is. Okay. When airport foreman Scott Babcock went out onto the runway, guess gotta love that name.
Babcock.
Yeah, Babcock. Went out onto the runway at Wiley Post Will Rogers Memorial Airport in Akwitvik, Alaska on Monday to clear some snow. He was surprised to find a visitor waiting on the asphalt, a 450-pound bearded seal, chilling in the milky sunshine. He said it was very strange to see the seal. I've seen a lot of things on runways, but never a seal. His footage of the hefty mammal went viral after he posted it on Facebook. Every news story has to do with Twitter or Facebook now.
He has gained a lot of weight since
train.
divorcing Heidi Klum.
Yep, and yeah, let the beard go. Yeah. According to local TV station KTVA, animal control was called in and eventually moved the seal with the help of a sled because it's an Alaskan runway. You can't do anything without a sled, I'm thinking. Normal air traffic soon resumed, the station said. That was exciting. If only I had 10 more stories.
I'm going to go look
that.
up the footage.
Yeah.
I like a good animal story.
I got to stop picking these news stories in such a hurry.
That's I don't have any beef with that news story. It's better than most of the news that I read.
Well, that's true. I try not to get
It's got a happy ending, really.
Yeah, the seal was moved. Air
seal was
traffic
moved.
resumed. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Nobody really missed their flights by too much.
Yeah.
In many ways, Cluck is like any other 10-day-old kitten. She's sweet, adorable, and is learning to crawl around. But the one way she is different has life-threatening effects. She was born without a butthole. Cluck, who was rescued from Los Angeles streets with her mother and other members of her litter, suffers from a condition called an imperforate anus.
Did they really say butthole there?
That's
like
it said butthole in the news story.
Medical?
That's right, the
like
medical term.
Yeah,
it
seemed well written, and then just butthole. Like maybe they were going to go back. And change that.
Yeah, they couldn't think of a better term.
Right, just leave it. Just
when
leave
you
it
right
as
click
butthole.
anus, like they wanted another word and it can't get in butthole. They're like, yeah.
Somebody get the thesaurus.
Yeah, that's
butthole. Got it.
that's the new America. We're just losing the nuances of things.
Language.
Yeah.
We're just cutting right
Ted
to the chase.
Koppel's on there. Well, he was born without a
Born without a butthole.
No need to dance around the anus. Just go right for the butthole.
He was kicked in the ball sack. Like, Ted Koppel. How far are you falling?
So is she just filling up then, or?
Yeah.
No. That's a good question, Joe. Thanks for getting us back on track.
Right.
Curious minds want to know. No, imperforate anus means that both of the waste matter. Yeah, because they actually have a
the 1 and 2 hole.
Yeah. Number 1 and number 2 come out of they're all number 1 now.
Oh, that's the way we should be.
According to that, this is according to Sean
That's
Simons
right.
of the Kitty Bungalow Charm School for Wayward Cats. That's who rescued this poor little buttholeless cat. So somebody needs to tear that cat a new butthole. That's what. If you want to adopt the animal, it's very clean.
Yeah.
If it
Save
all
on litter.
came out the same hole, and that hole was on your elbow. Unless you could just be
that would be
riding out
bad.
your car and just go, like it wouldn't be.
That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Just
drop
leaning right
down,
out.
do all this
Butt
kind of
would just be like a pleasure hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a party time hole. Yeah. Maintenance would be so much easier with
Quit
it.
pecking your elbow.
Yeah.
It'd be a way to kill time during a radio show.
You just be built like a Ken doll. Just so smooth down there.
Yep. Where would your male part hang from? Feel like an armpit. That'd be easier too, because you could still lean it out the window.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or just get rid of all that. We don't need. If they just you'd be so much how liberated would you be? All that, yeah.
That
Just
is true.
sweat your waist out.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's
you'd
a little
stink.
gamey, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
you just
bit.
smelt this, like that's what a sloth does. I would love a sloth
Does
as a
it?
pet. Yeah, but they kind of sweat there. They just stink like pee.
Huh.
Oh, that's
Otherwise, there'd be a sloth in every home.
so
I
it's
think.
not much different than a cat, really.
Pretty. Yeah. Like a ferret. Like have you ever smelt a ferret?
I do smell a lot of ferrets.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of
yeah.
it's a
Me
hobby.
and the wife and kids went on a ferret smelling thing last Thursday.
Yeah, the old sniffing zoo. Yeah.
A sniffing zoo.
You smell the different.
It should totally be a thing.
Yeah.
Yep, come smell the sloth. And here's a perfect place to do it. There's a 10-acre desert ranch up for sale in Arizona, with the unique property listed as featuring an in-ground swimming pool, a hay barn, and a constant stream of extraterrestrials that travel through backyard portals.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, the Stardust Ranch in Rainbow Valley, which of course has got to be it, which was featured on the Travel Channel's program Ghost Adventures in 2016, is on the market for a cool $5 million after its current owner said he grew tired of fighting off aliens' malevolent abductions. Owner John Edmonds told Phoenix station KPNX, almost immediately from the day we moved in, we began to have strange experiences. Over the last 20 years, Edmonds claims that he's been abducted and had medical experiments performed on him by aliens and even had to slay a few in samurai sword fights, because there's nothing worse than a samurai sword-wielding alien
If
coming
your chance
for
of getting
your butt.
abducted and experiments put on you, I think 5 million seems high. I think that's
I guess it depends on your feelings toward being abducted and getting an anal probe.
aliens really like the Southwest, I've noticed.
Yeah, I think
They'd have no use for that cat.
No.
Just, This one's wrong.
Which one? The one that they shot into space or the one without a butthole?
Either or.
Yeah, well, that's like most cats. You have really
Actually,
no
that's
use
the
for
cat you'd want, because they would leave. They can't probe anything out
Yeah,
here.
like, nothing. They would learn a whole new thing. That would really confuse them, actually, because you think of all the millions of anal probes that these aliens have done, and then they come across one of these earthling animals, because they don't know the difference. To them, a human, the noise we make is no different than a cat making noise. They don't know who's really in charge down here.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
So they would run across this cat, and all of a sudden, all of their medical experience
I feel
is
like they
thrown
would
out the
come
window.
down, like if you rolled by a really rough-looking trailer park, and you'd be like, I'm not stopping here. And they just would keep going. I feel like that's what alien life would be like. I'm not messing with that.
Well, yeah,
I'll wait for them to kill themselves off, then we'll come down and mine the resources.
They seem to be really good at it.
We'll give them about 100 years or whatever they call years. They'll be like, we'll wait them out.
Yeah, there you go. Because eventually, I don't even think trailer parks have 100-year lifespan, do they?
I would say the whole deal. Yeah, I'd say this whole Earth trailer park we live on. Yeah,
human
wise.
Trailer Park Earth. That's the new name. That's a name for a new movie right there.
Yeah,
and watch Trailer Park Earth, featuring President Donald Trump.
Yeah, take us to your leader, and they're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
well, and these people in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we might as well. Yeah, like you said, they'll just stand back and wait them out.
The president of Earth assured us that he's the best at talking aliens ever in the universe. We're like, isn't this your first time?
Wouldn't that be the worst time if they arrived now and he just started a bunch of crap with him because he's such a fool? Like,
started a Twitter fight with it.
The best or worst.
Yeah,
I don't know, because that'd be so entertaining. Because if we're going to go out in a blaze of alien dust, might as well be fun.
It might as well be when we deserve it,
right? Exactly.
Like, fair enough, aliens.
Okay, got it. It's a fair cop. You're good.
Yeah, you're right. This is more
probe away.
Yeah. We should be subjugated, aliens. You're right.
Yep. We got nothing left to give. All right. Speaking of which, I think it's time to call this show finished.
Yeah.
Do we have? I know Joe's going to be hosting this week for Tim
Hosting
Bedore
for Tim Bedore.
Nice.
Wiley's Friday 8:00, Saturday 7:15 and 9:30.
Yep.
And I'm in Chillicothe Monday.
Chillicothe on Monday.
Yep.
Oh, nice, with the Lori Graves.
Yep, with the Lori Graves. Yep.
Oh, that's a fun
Those
show.
are some good shows.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah.
What do you got going on, Luke?
I'm at the Funny Bone next weekend in Liberty, hosting down there. Friday through Sunday. That's pretty much it. Then nothing else. Then I'm Monday I'm taking my own life, and that'll be it. I'm gonna spend.
That's good. You're waiting until after the show.
Yeah.
That would leave him in a bind.
Meet my obligations.
Yeah. It's good to be responsible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have websites or Twitter feeds or anything, since that's what the world's all about anymore, that you want to throw out there?
Facebook.
Just check out Joe's Facebook.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I got a website, but I don't think anyone goes to them. I don't know if anyone goes to websites anymore, but I'll plug it. LukeCapasso.com is my website.
Luke Capasso. Now, you sell some of your artwork on there, too.
I do, yeah. I also have a YouTube
we didn't
channel.
Have time to talk about.
That's all right. If you guys need any RV maintenance tips, you can go to my YouTube channel, Luke Capasso. Just type it in the search, and then it'll come up. That'll be my channel. You'll see my stupid face there, and then all the information you'll need about RVs will be right there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, get out and watch some live comedy this weekend, and especially go check out Tim Bedore at Wiley's. It's a fantastic show, the fantastic lineup: Joe Robinette, Tabari McCoy, and Tim Bedore.
That's a strong show.
It'll be a good show.
Yeah.
All right. We will see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to the Life Podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment's podcast network. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Wednesdays from noon to 2 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can always stream the show live at wwsu1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email us at thelife1069@gmail.com.
Presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
I knew you were going to have bad things to say about my face.
Your eyes are still fantastic, though.